Marcus Johnson was a 7th grade student who loved baseball. Although he played soccer and basketball throughout the year, he never went anywhere without his favorite red baseball cap. The cap had been a birthday gift from his grandfather, and Marcus wore it almost every day. Over time, he began to think there was something special about it. One Friday morning, Marcus put on the red cap before leaving for school. Later that day, he received the results of a math test he had been nervous about for weeks. To his surprise, he earned an A, the highest grade he had received all semester. Excited and proud, he rushed home and told his family. As he hung his backpack by the door, he noticed the red cap still sitting on his head. "Maybe this hat brought me luck," he joked. The next Friday, Marcus wore the cap again. After school, his soccer team played against a rival school. During the final minutes of the game, Marcus scored the winning goal. His teammates lifted him onto their shoulders, cheering his name. That evening, Marcus remembered that he had worn the red cap all day. "That's 2 lucky Fridays in a row," he thought. Maybe the hat really is lucky. A week later, the school held a raffle fundraiser. Hundreds of students purchased tickets, but only one student would win a large pizza party package. Marcus wore his red cap as usual and dropped his ticket into the drawing box. When the principal announced the winner, Marcus could hardly believe it. "The winner is Marcus Johnson." His friends congratulated him while Marcus touched the brim of his cap and smiled. "See?" he said. "I knew this hat was lucky." From that day forward, Marcus became convinced that the hat caused good things to happen. Whenever someone complimented his performance in sports or academics, he secretly credited the cap. He even began wearing it before every important event. Soon, Marcus started telling others about his discovery. "My hat gives me good luck," he explained. "Every time I wear it, something great happens." Some of his friends believed him, while others laughed. His best friend, Olivia, was skeptical. "Are you sure the hat is causing those things?" she asked. "Of course," Marcus replied confidently. "The evidence is obvious. I wear the hat, and then good things happen." Olivia wasn't convinced. "A lot of good things happen because you worked for them," she said. "You studied for that math test. You practiced soccer every day after school, and winning the raffle was just random chance." Marcus dismissed her concerns. He was certain he had discovered the secret behind his success. Several weeks later, Marcus faced an important science exam. He had spent days studying and reviewing his notes. On the morning of the test, however, he realized he had left his lucky cap at home. Panic immediately set in. "This is terrible," he muttered. "I'm going to fail." Throughout the morning, Marcus worried constantly. Without the cap, he felt helpless. Even though he knew the material, he struggled to focus because he was convinced his luck had disappeared. When the teacher handed out the exams, Marcus nervously completed every question. Afterward, he left the classroom certain he had performed poorly. A few days later, the teacher returned the graded tests. Marcus slowly turned over his paper. At the top was a large red A. He blinked in disbelief. There had to be a mistake. After class, he approached his teacher. "Are you sure this grade is correct?" he asked. The teacher smiled. "Absolutely. You earned it. Your answers showed that you understood the material very well." "But I didn't have my lucky hat," Marcus said. The teacher looked puzzled. "Your hat?" Marcus explained his theory about how the cap seemed to cause good things to happen. The teacher listened patiently before responding. "Marcus, think about the math test. Did you study for it?" "Yes." "And the soccer game? Did you practice before scoring the winning goal?" "Every day." "And the raffle?" "Well, that was just luck." "Exactly," the teacher said. "Sometimes events happen together without one causing the other. Your hat was present during several successful moments, but that doesn't mean it caused those successes. Your grades came from your effort and preparation. Your soccer goal came from your practice and skill. The raffle was simply chance." As Marcus walked home, he thought carefully about what the teacher had said. He realized that he had confused coincidence with causation. The hat had been present during several positive events, but there was no evidence that it actually caused any of them. From that day on, Marcus still wore the red cap because it reminded him of his grandfather and made him happy. However, he no longer believed it possessed magical powers. Instead, he understood that success usually comes from hard work, preparation, and perseverance, not from a lucky object. Whenever someone mentioned lucky charms or superstitions, Marcus would share his story. Just because one thing happens before another, he would explain, doesn't mean it caused it. Why? This is a false cause fallacy. The false cause fallacy occurs when someone assumes that because one event happened before another, or because two events happened together, the first event caused the second. Marcus believed he wore the red hat. Good things happened afterward. Therefore, the hat caused those good things to happen. This reasoning is faulty because it ignores other explanations, such as hard work, skill, preparation, or simple coincidence. The fact that two events occur together does not prove that one caused the other. This type of error is common in everyday life, advertising, politics, sports superstitions, and even scientific reasoning when evidence is not carefully examined. The lesson of Marcus's story is that correlation does not equal causation, a central principle in critical thinking and logical analysis.